Hey guys, how we doing today? We're talking about the Ricoh GR. That's not the 2, not the 3, not the X. It's the original Ricoh GR from about 2015, 2016. 16 megapixels, and it does have the APS-C sensor, just like the 3 and the X. So, well, it's a different sensor, but it's an APS-C sensor. So today what we're going to talk about is how to take this camera, or any camera you have technically, go outside at night in the pitch of dark in the whatever, very dark outside, like 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, and still get good photos that do not have a lot of noise. Is that possible? Well, yeah, it is now, because Lightroom has the new Denoise, and a little button right there. I'm not even going to do a video on it because all you got to do is push that button, and it takes a few minutes to render your image. And what it's going to do is take out all the noise from a high ISO photo. So that's kind of well, for me, it's kind of a breakthrough thing. Now, real quick, for those of you out there who right now are ready to comment that, well, that's not real photography, that's fake photography, that's graphic arts or whatever. Anytime you take a photo, if you go straight out of the camera with the JPEG, that's still a processed image. It's just you let the camera do the processing for you, but you want to go out there and complain about everybody that edits in Lightroom and Photoshop, and you say, well, the purist will take it straight out of the camera, the JPEG, the recipes, and that's all great because everybody does it differently. But don't dog somebody else because they do it different than you. You don't necessarily do it the right way. You do it the way you like, and that's what you're supposed to do, and they're supposed to do it the way they like. And then when you compare images, everybody's got different images. You can take the same photo, but it's going to look different, and that's part of your characteristic and your style, and that's what makes you different. So don't worry about what people say on Facebook or forums or anything like that. You find your path, work your way, experiment, and get there. Now, what am I talking about? Well, you can take an image that's a 25,000 ISO, 25,800, I believe is where they go with it, and this is what you're going to get. Now, here's what we'll see without the denoise. Okay, so obviously there's a big difference. That's going to make these cameras, these 8 megapixel, 10 megapixel, 12, 16 megapixel cameras, without great quality sensors, because a lot of them were in the early 2000s or mid 2000 teens. Well, now that technology, the camera can't do it in camera, but it can do it post-production. So a lot of those photos that you have in your collection that were too noisy, you can go back and now and re-edit those, hit that denoise button, and you're probably going to look pretty good. So most of these images I'm taking that I'm going to show you here on this little drive-by shoot that I did, most of these images probably wouldn't have been possible to even show without this denoise feature. So we took a drive, and I didn't want to get out of the car. This is something you can do as well. I did not want to get out of the car, so I just drove by places on my way home from work that I knew I could, put the window down and just put the camera out there and boom, get that shot. Okay, we're talking about a 28 millimeter lens here, so you gotta kind of get close. But, basically if you're in the parking lot, you're good to go. That way, if you need to make a quick getaway, you can make a quick getaway. You get out of your car at midnight, start walking around a building and shooting, and I did on a couple of these. You really got to be aware of your surroundings these days. So the drive-by shooting, which is what I call it, people may be offended, okay, drive-by photography, let's put it there. You can have a lot of fun with that. Maybe on your way home from work, on your way to work, anywhere you're going, school, whatever. You can try this and have a lot of fun with it. And if you come up with a handful of photos, well, that's, in a 15, 20-minute run, that's pretty good. And again, what I'm doing here specifically with this video is showing you how I take photos, and then we basically just run them through editing. And boom, here's what we get. Okay, so first though, as we look at the camera, I'm going to show you a few things I've got here. I've got the JJC thumb grip. This thing's awesome because it also keeps your thumb from hitting the adjust button here, which is very important. You can still get to the adjust button, adjust your ISOs and things like that, but it keeps your hand off of those, keeps your thumb off of those buttons if you got a big hand like I've got with this little camera. Now, what's this here? This is the GH3 coupler. And what it does is, now this is the camera, of course, right here. This is your Ricoh GR, GR2, GR3, X. They all do that. I like to put this little bad boy on here. Kind of helps. I have a filter in there, a 49 millimeter UV filter. So what that does, it protects the lens a little bit. If you drop the camera, you're not dropping it directly on the lens. It may help prevent dust, I hope, but who knows. There's already dust in this camera, by the way. This is a used camera I picked up for about 350 bucks. The original GR, the APS-C sensor version. So still get great quality out of it, but I only paid about 350 bucks. So, you know, a little dust on the sensor doesn't bother me. When I had my, you know, GR3 and you get a little speck of dust, it kind of pisses you off because, you know, it's a $1,000 camera. But with this one, it's like, whatever, I can just go out and buy another one. Of course, the prices keep going up on these. Nonetheless, this is how I'll hold it if I'm just doing a regular shot like that, you know, kind of like that. If I'm walking and doing street photography, I'll hold it like this. Hope you can see that. And then that way I can just thumb on the button, I can walk around and just boom, take a shot, you know, shoot anything you want to shoot, like this, shoot from the hip, look any way you want. But I hold it like this because if you hold it like this, it's obvious you're taking a photo. So if you just kind of hold it like this and you're walking, it's like, it could be a phone, could be an iPod, could be any, do they still make iPods? I'm not sure. Anyway, could be anything. So that's the way I hold it. I like it like that. People say it takes away the compact ability. I don't put it in my pocket anyway, so that doesn't bother me. So nonetheless, we're going to take a little drive here, a little midnight drive around my neighborhood. Well, not my neighborhood, kind of on the way from home from work, from downtown Indianapolis to where I live. And quite a few places I got to stop, take some photos. Nothing spectacular, but I was mainly testing out the noise factor, what kind of noise you'd get out of a 25,000 ISO. 12,000 ISO, 64. Most of these were less than 6,400. I shot everything at 1/160th of a second. Most of them were f2.8. I wish I would have went to f4. On a few of them I did go to f4. A little better depth of field. But again, when you're shooting with a high ISO, and I just put it on auto ISO with no max, because when you're shooting with a high ISO with denoise in Lightroom, the ISO really doesn't matter. So this enables you to shoot. You don't need IBIS because you can shoot at a high shutter speed on 160 at night, 2.8 to 4. And my ISOs were typically between 4,000 and 6,400. And there's a few of them, like I said, that I point out here that went all the way up to 12,800. There was a 25,000. So, you know, and they're still keepers. I would still easily put these in a book, or I've posted some of them online already. So you can get some good quality. And again, as technology advances, don't be afraid to embrace it. It is part of the craft. Editing is just as important as taking the photos. The purist, let them have it. Let them do their thing. Let them complain all they want. They just want somebody to listen to them because they live very dismal lives. But you live a very full life. You have things going on, things to do. You don't have time for all their criticism. You just want to go out and have some fun with your camera. Go out and have some fun with your camera. Now you can have even more fun, something else you can experiment with. Try some night photography. It's a blast. All right, guys. So we're going to take this little tour, and we'll see you on the next video. See if there's some people looking. There are, but oh well. There we go, kind of cool. Some shots here. Shoot like this. Kind of down like this. Thinking those may be kind of cool for black and white, but we'll see. Okay, this could be neat. Oh, that could be cool. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and see what else we can come up with. Okay, so this is like a strip club that I want to get a quick shot of right here like that. Boom. Probably come out, what are you doing? There's a shot right here. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Hoping those come out. Very cool. You don't want to stick around very long though because they will come out. All right, so hopefully that'll be a good shot. Nice purple colors there. And on we go. Okay, so here's a shot. This is a little too far away, I think, and probably going to be a little too bright. Yeah, I have a feeling that's a little too bright, but I'm going to go a little closer as well. Just trying to do all this without getting out of the car. Of course, I fully expect a police officer to maybe slide by and ask me what I'm doing, but that's okay, because I'm not doing anything wrong. I just don't want to get out of the car. So let me pull up here. Okay, you always hope you don't want to back into a pole, although I do have the beeper on the car. Okay, so here's a perfect shot right here. A little closer, so this may work a little better. But I guess I could get another one from this angle for the, oh yeah, for the, okay, here we go. This might be a better angle, much better angle. Probably. Okay, I shot this one time with the Ricoh GR, but there was a bunch of cars in front. So let me see what I can come up with right here. That's very cool. All right, let's give one more shot here. Oh, I like that. Okay, a little trailer park here. And so I'm gonna get a shot of this real quick. Just kind of like a neat little shot, and boom. Again, I'm just trying to drive by, snap a shot, continue to roll. It's about 11 o'clock at night, just off work, so there we are. So let's see what else we come up with. Okay, trying to do this stuff without getting out of the car. And that looks kind of cool. Nothing spectacular, but kind of neat. Let's get up here and get a different angle of it. Get the, okay, that's kind of, oh, look at that. Okay. That's neat, but let's go ahead and, it's not really even a red light, but it looked red, didn't it? Okay, so this will be the shot we'll take right here. That's pretty cool right there. I like that. Yeah, let's hope that comes out. And we'll see what our grain looks like and whether we need to run it through the luminance, the new Lightroom feature. It's always had luminance, but it's got a new feature now. So we'll see what we come up with on that. Okay, so here we go. Getting this shot. Okay, let's see what else we can do here. Hopefully get something like this. No idea. Maybe something like this. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Trying some unique things. Let's see what we come up with. Okay, right here, this is very neat. Alright, we're gonna see how these came out. Somebody living there. Okay. Okay, I've been wanting to shoot this Lover's Lane here for quite a while. And now will be a great time to... Oh, that'd be perfect too. Wait a minute, I'm gonna have to get out of the car for this other one here. Hang on a second. So let me go here, back up. I see a very cool shot that I'm gonna have to get out of the car for, but that's okay. So let's see, first of all, let's grab this shot. Again, hope I don't back into anything. Let's grab this shot here. A little dark. Yeah, this is... There we go. Very cool. I like that. I think we're going to be okay.